Mr. Long, can you hear us?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, very well. The July 27th, 2026 meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Hugh Smith?
Here.
Ms. Hugh Smith is present. Mr. Johns? Mr. Johns is present. Mr. Long?
Here?
Mr. Long is present. Ms. McIntyre? Ms. McIntyre is present. Chairman Blankley?
Here.
Chairman Blankley is present.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
No.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up for the public forum that would like to address the committee at this time? Seeing none, the next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You do have the June 22nd, 2026 minutes of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee before you, and they will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. And the next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral number 26-0228. Acceptance of a grant from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for the Operation Stone Garden Program and authorize intermunicipal agreements with the towns of Greece, Irondequoit, and Webster.
Moved by Legislator McIntyre, seconded by Legislator Johns. Is there any discussion? Legislator McIntyre.
Through the chair, as my colleagues pointed out to me, that as we seek to confirm every year what we know on this, does nothing stop the program and it fails to push the cost burden onto our local taxpayers, correct?
Through the chair, Chief Deputy Fowler for the Sheriff's Office. That's correct.
Thank you. I yield.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
I'll just explain my vote.
Legislator Hugh Smith.
Yep. So it is my view that communities are safer when community members know that there's an agency that they can reach out to without fear, and that collaboration in any regards between local and federal agencies causes distrust. And for that reason, I will be voting no.
Thank you, Legislator Hugh Smith. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll just like to take a minute to explain my vote as well. I want to begin by acknowledging the professionalism, dedication of the deputies and the staff of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and our local law enforcement partners. My vote on this referral is not a reflection on their service, commitment, or their integrity. I also want to thank Sheriff Baxter and Chief Deputy Fowler, for their detailed commentary on the program provided to us ahead of today's vote. However, I will once again be voting no on this referral, as I have done consistently since taking office in January of 2022. My concerns, like Legislator Hugh Smith's, are rooted in transparency, accountability, and the evolving role of federal immigration enforcement. While these funds are intended for emergency preparedness, border security coordination, and public safety initiatives, my constituents and I remain concerned about the practical relationship between local law enforcement agencies and federal immigration authorities and the blurring of lines between enforcement efforts. Especially at this moment in time, we must be more careful than ever. As elected officials, we do have a responsibility to ensure that public trust remains strong. For a significant number of our constituents, Operation Stone Garden has become associated with broader questions around immigration enforcement and the extent to which local resources may be connected directly or indirectly to federal actions that create fear and uncertainty in our community. I appreciate the assurances that these funds are not being used to conduct immigration raids or enforce federal immigration law. Nevertheless, I believe the county should continue to exercise caution when entering into programs that can blur those lines in the public's perception and potentially erode confidence in local government. Any action that may result in the hesitation of a Monroe County resident to call 911 for help in the midst of a potentially life-threatening crisis is too high a risk for us to accept. I respect that reasonable people can arrive at different conclusions, and I understand why some of my colleagues will be supporting acceptance of this grant. I appreciate the discussion surrounding it. However, based on the concerns I have heard from my constituents and my own assessment, I cannot support this referral, and for those reasons, I'll be voting no. And with that, if there is no further discussion, I'll ask for a roll call vote.
Ms. Hugh Smith. Ms. Hugh Smith votes no. Mr. Johns. Mr. Johns votes yes. Mr. Long?
Yes.
Mr. Long votes yes. Ms. McIntyre?
Yes.
Ms. McIntyre votes yes. Chairman Blankley?
No.
Chairman Blankley votes no. 3-2, the referral passes.
All right. Thank you. The item passes. Next item.
Referral number 26-0234, amend Resolution 254 of 2024 to amend the intermunicipal agreement with the City of Rochester for the collection of solid waste and recycling services from county facilities.
Second?
Moved by legislator Hugh Smith, seconded by legislator Long. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral number 26-0240, amend Resolution 214 of 2024 to increase the intermunicipal agreement with the Fairport Central School District for the purchase of fuel for vehicles for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
I'll move it.
Moved by legislator Long. Seconded by legislator McIntyre. Is there any discussion? I saw legislator Hugh Smith first.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, the vehicles that are requiring purchase of, fuel, are we considering and have a plan for replacing these with some more cost-effective vehicles, like electric vehicles?
Through the chair, Chief Deputy Fowler for the Sheriff's Office. We have an ongoing assessment. We do a little bit more each year with our green initiative with the fleet, but there's only so much we can do, so we still need to buy the fuel.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, would you be able to provide me with what those green initiatives are? Because I am unaware of any green initiatives within the Sheriff's Department's fleet, and I would love to know about them.
Through the chair, we've provided that in the past. We'll do so again.
Thank you. One other question through you, Mr. Chairman, to administration. So when I've been in other communities, I have seen law enforcement vehicles that are electric. Is there some reason that you could explain to me that these vehicles for, I assume, or for SRO officers are not able to be electric? What would prevent that?
Through the chair, your assessment of those being just for SRO vehicles is not entirely accurate. They're used for several of our vehicles, that fleet contract. We did just recently purchase an electric vehicle for testing, and we already have issues that we don't have access to charging stations.
Okay, appreciate that. And would you be able to elaborate on what for the Fairport Central School District, are you saying that the vehicle is used for something other than just for the Fairport Central School District?
Through the chair, the agreement with Fairport Schools is for the use of their fuel pumps. So we could take any of our vehicles there for the contract with the fuel pumps.
Okay, so it's not specifically for SRO officers, it's for any vehicle that you have on the road could stop and use the Fairport pumps? Is that what you're saying?
Through the chair, that's correct. We have
Okay.
several contracts across the county. Think of it as one additional fuel station for us to access.
Okay, I appreciate that clarification. I did not understand that. And from looking at the data that you all have provided previously for the number of miles driven daily, it looked like most of your vehicles were being driven well within the limits of the range of electric vehicles. So I look forward to hearing some, updates on how and when you think we could move forward. What would it take to move forward with electrification? Thank you. I yield.
Thank you, Legislator. Legislator McIntyre.
Chair, the referral states that this increase is due to rising gasoline prices, that an increase.
Legislator McIntyre, is your microphone? Sorry.
I apologize. Through the chair, this referral states that this increase is due to rising gasoline prices that have increased the associated cost of the sheriff's office considerably. But according to AAA data, gas has risen about 35 cents per gallon since 2024 to today, or roughly a 10% increase, yet this referral calls for roughly a 173% increase in the agreement. What is the reason for this increase?
Through the chair, there's many variables that go into account for that. For instance, does the deputy drive to Fairport to refuel, or do they go to Penfield, or they happen to go to Scottsville Road? So sometimes certain fuel stations get used more than others, and it may be at a greater usage rate than what we had predicted when we first established the contract. We also don't set the prices for the contract. Those are set by government, and we follow those contract prices. So it's really usage of that specific location that comes into play.
Thank you, but through the chair, if this location is being used more, from what I understand from your previous comment, then are we diminishing our contract with another station that will be used less? Because 33,000 to, I believe it's 90,000 here in the referral is a big difference. So is there a station that we will be diminishing that amount on?
Through the chair, yes, with an explanation. So when we establish these contracts with the school districts, we only pay for what we use. So there will be a corresponding savings to some degree from other locations, yes.
Okay, thank you. And through the chair, then I still have the question of why this particular increase, because as stated before, we were looking at $90,000 because we're using that particular station more, which would mean using other stations less. Are the officers driving more? Is there, because increasing gas prices just doesn't justify this particular increase. So my curiosity is to why such a big increase if there's not going to be a subsequent decrease, or there's not, like, there doesn't seem to be. I'm just asking for a bit of an explanation as to what's happening to drive this cost up, beyond just using a different station.
Yeah, through the chair, I think to my extent, the ability to answer that is really based on just those cursory notes that we use whatever station is closest to us at the moment we need the fuel. That's where we'll go. There's no preset determination. My belief would be that we probably significantly underestimated the contract when we sat down to negotiate that in the beginning.
And through the chair, so maybe the best thing to do would be to send us all a comparison between last year and this year, because based on just one contract, we can't really understand if this is a significant increase or not. But if we could just have the actual fuel usage of 2025, which I would assume we have now, and maybe a comparison with the fuel usage so far this year. I know the year isn't complete yet, but maybe, I don't know, up to June, to understand exactly what's happening and why there's so much of an increase. Emailed to the caucus, to both caucuses, would that be something that we could do through the chair?
Through the chair, I would assume so. I would have to refer to those people that manage those contracts for us and ask them to provide those results, but I don't anticipate there being a problem.
Thank you. I yield.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the committee would appreciate the ability to understand that comprehensively by the fueling stations, if you have the ability to do that, Chief Deputy Fowler. Very much appreciated. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Are there any other items to come before this committee? Seeing none. The July 27th, 2026 meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee will be Monday, August 24th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. Thank you all.